Hello and welcome, all friends and devotees of yoga and Buddhism. Today is June the 26th, 2019, and it's Wednesday. It's midweek today. I'm just going to proceed with my discoveries, my lectures on my discoveries of a tremendous volume of wisdom. Fantastic, the most important discovery in my life. This was a collection of wisdom, actually disseminated by the Venerable Master Singyu. It's about 380, nearly 400 masterpieces of wisdom that this great master put together in a collection, what I call a collection or a library of fantastic wisdom. You can compare it to a Yi Ching, the very famous Yi Ching. You see, Confucius did a fantastic job in his lifetime trying to really put together Yi Ching. Today you have the Yi Ching. You can even consult it. It's on the app. I have Yi Ching app. Anytime I want to just get some advice, all I have to do is just touch something on my phone, and then it advises me. So Yi Ching is very fantastic. But in those days, they had the yarrow stick method and then the coin method of divination of the Yi Ching for guidance. Whereas today with highly advanced computer technology, as I told you, all I just do, I have several Yi Ching apps. And all I have to do is just touch a button there and it directs me. Fantastic. That's coming all the way from Confucius about 2,500 years or more ago. So Confucius did that great work of trying to really, put Yi Ching in a fantastic way. A collection of wisdom here, which we have now inherited, and I just told you, so useful. Yi Ching is a fantastic guidance. Anytime I'm really not sure, you just get this kind of cloud. Not sure where are we going here. All I just do, turn on my phone, touch my Yi Ching. And it just tells you, it just directs you, it tells you where the spirit is. Do this, do this, do this, don't do this, don't do this. Fantastic. Yi Ching is very powerful. So that was work of Confucius. He systematized it into 64 hexagrams, and each of the hexagram today, fantastic. They give you guidance. Anytime you need guidance, advise me on so and so. Advise me on this. You just touch it, it advises you. Guide me on so and so. Inform me about this situation, this circumstance. You touch it, it tells you everything. Okay, so that's Yi Ching coming all the way 2,500 years down. Fantastic guidance, fantastic advising system, scientific system, really developed by Confucius. How very great, most honorable Confucius. So I'm just going to proceed. This is what Master Singyung's work is, similar to. I just looked at it. I could see Yi Ching coming out. It's not going to be today, right? It's going to take a while, but that's really what that is. It's a collection of nearly 400 answers to questions that anybody, anywhere in this world might have. Guide me on so and so. Direct me on so and so. It just directs you. It guides you. But Master Singh just sort of developed it, put it together, but it has not been put in scientific form yet. That is, it's not been systematized. Okay, should I marry so and so, or should I travel to so and so place? Should I do this? Where am I likely? Guide me, advise me on making money, advise me on what kind of job, advise me on this, advise me. It's not been systematized into an oracular system yet. That that's still to be done. There's a certain scientific part that has not been done. It's just like a book, you just open them and read through them. But you can see that these are definitely answers to problems that we might have. I have any questions in my mind, I wake up in the morning, I go straight to Master Singyung's library, Master Singyung's collection, and it gives me precise answers on the next step to take, period. So that's what you call an oracle. It's a fantastic. I told you that since I discovered it, I've been finding it hard even to read Buddhist sutras, right? Heart Sutra, Amita Sutra, okay? And Master Singyu is a Buddhist authority, because it's so perfect. It's so perfect in itself. Any question that you have on the surface of this earth about anything, Master Singyung's collection of wisdom will give you an answer. That's an oracle. So that's what Confucius did. Confucius now systematized it. He did the scientific part of making it real, which is what is missing technically. That has not been done. But it answers any question you might have. If you go into Master Singyung's library, any questions you may have on any issues of life, any aspects of life, you will find a precise answer. So scientific. By the time you comb through 400, I was even thinking of the 365 days of a year. When I found that the total sum was 380, I was saying, well, we could read one January 1st, one January 2nd, all the way to December 31st. The year has only 365 days. So that's what an oracle is, but it has not been systematized that way. It's not been told, okay, this is what you read on July 31st. This is what you read on September 15th. All that is still yet to be done. Or should we consult it with 3 coins, the way the ancient Chinese used to consult Confucius' I Ching, developed I Ching. So although there's still some scientific work to be done, Google, you have Google search. So you type something in and then it goes to search it. This is what they developed it. It's a search engine that was written by computer programmers. But it's got to the advanced level where any question you have about any issue on the surface of this earth, you go to Google search and type it there, it does. And this is just simple mathematics, precision here. Mathematics, I'm a computer programmer. I spent years studying computer programming, so I know a little bit about computer programs, but I didn't really go into that profession. I had so many other things. But I did study computer programming from Fortran to COBOL to Pascal to Ada. I studied at the university in Nigeria. Coming to United States of America, I did C, C++, Java, HTML, Python. I did programming a lot, in schools, in Nigeria, at the university, in United States, in professional schools. So so I know what goes on in Google and the mathematics involved, in the algorithm here, assembler, all these things. Okay, but that's not the point. Just to say we know what's going on, and that has not been done to the works of Master Singyung's. Master Singyung's work is just raw wisdom. It's not, the science of it has not been done. It has not been done. Okay, you have a question on traveling. You have a question, hey, how do you consult? All that has been done in the case of Confucius. So Confucius has 64 hexagrams. And then each hexagram has, when you ask the oracle any question, just go on the internet. Go on the internet and type I Ching, Google I Ching. It will tell you, ask any questions you might have. Guidance on any issues in life. Once you just ask it just gives you answers. So that's what I'm saying. And I even went ahead to download the app. I have the app for that. So that's just how precise when you walk into Master Singyung's library, the collection that I discovered, 270 plus another 110, which is 380. These 380 masterpieces of wisdom will answer any questions you have in life. It will just show you clearly the way to be successful and to be happy in this world. Period. So it's a perfect system. There is no flaw about it. It was the happiest day of my life the day I discovered it. Fantastic discovery. And that's why I'm teaching it now. Okay, let me just proceed right now and read you a quick clip here just to see so that you can find out exactly what I'm talking about. It is wonderful if people are well endowed. However, like Zheng, the disciple of Confucius. Okay, Master Singyung is already talking about Confucius right there. Okay. Zheng, the disciple of Confucius, was slow in learning, but he kept driving himself with others. Others may just do it once, I will do it 10 times. Fantastic teaching. That's coming from Confucius directly. Others, listen carefully again, others may do it once, I will do it 10 times. That's the mind of a scholar, a giant scholar. To do 10 times what your predecessor has done. Try to perfect. Okay, work harder than your predecessor. Okay, that 10 times idea is a fantastic idea. But I proceed. In addition, he reflects on his mistakes daily and was honored as a saint of the school. In the end, from this, we can appreciate when there is diligence, perseverance, and ambition, we can certainly progress towards a life of goodness. Our worst fear is that we cannot apply ourselves in what we do and end up perishing like dead grass and shrubs. Therefore, every object and matter in the world, including the philosophies of life, are all contained in how we think. When we have right thinking, we will be able to move on to a benevolent life, The following is a short summary on this point. Now, students, I always like you guys to please have your pen and paper ready to write. So important to write, okay? I need you guys to, activate your pens and your papers. It's time to write some notes. Okay, I call these the golden keys. These are really the treasures. Master Singyung always has this fantastic scholarly, brilliance of putting his advice in four paragraphs, four points. Okay, the first point, I call it the first golden key. These are the golden keys here. If water does not move, the river becomes muddy. According to the spring and autumn annals, flowing water remains fresh. If water does not flow, it turns into a smelly cesspool because it must keep moving in order to remain clean. It is the same with money. Money must be used in order for its value to truly function. Otherwise, gold bars stored under the bed are no different from pieces of stone. By the same token, we humans need to renew our thinking and knowledge all the time. Our lifestyle must keep changing, and our relationships will remain connected by frequent exchanges. As a result, we can keep in step with the changing times so that we do not fall behind. 2, I'm just going to move quickly now. If our resolve is not strong, we cannot reach our ideals. Many people have resolutions at a young age. We may want to grow up to become an engineer, an astronaut, a teacher, or a doctor. However, over the years, we easily forget the resolutions we have made. I see this every New Year, right? New Year resolutions, okay? And then by Valentine's Day, mid-February, you've lost the resolution already. So every January 1st, I make New Year resolutions. And I test them by Valentine's Day, 6 weeks later. February 14th to see how strong the resolutions are. So we human beings could be very weak. I keep my resolutions all year long, but I'm saying it's very challenging. I start getting challenged 6 weeks after New Year, which is about Valentine's Day, February 14th. Okay, by Valentine's Day, we start getting weak. That's what I discovered in my own case. I don't know about others. Okay, every New Year, resolutions come. I'm going to try to do this year. I'm going to try to do this. I'm very determined. I want to do this. This is my resolve. I'm going to do this year. And then we start out. The first week of January, everybody has this strong resolve of what they're going to do in the year, right? And then by the second week of January, third week, the New Year celebrations is over, and then we begin to lapse gradually. So I discovered this, and then by Valentine's Day, I always ask myself, where's my resolution? Is it still there? So I try to keep up, and then you discover that, okay, we have to move, and so on and so forth. You just have to, keep checking yourself to achieve your objectives. It's not easy. You have to really have some discipline and some grace and some push to keep it going. Okay, so here it is. We may want to grow up to become an engineer, an astronaut, a teacher, a doctor. However, over the years, we easily forget the resolutions we have made. Scholar Wang Yangming asserted, those who are not diligent in learning have a weak resolve. People who have a strong will and ambition will keep overcoming difficulties and breaking through obstacles in their effort to realize their goals. On the other hand, people whose resolve is not firm will easily be distracted by external matters. They will not be able to accomplish anything with what they have learned. 3, I'm going to the third golden key now, given to us by the great master, Venerable Master Singyung. If our words lack trust, our actions cannot come to fruition. Confucius said, if a person has no credibility, no one knows what they will do. If what we say is not believable and we fail to keep our promise, our actions will not gain the approval of others, and we cannot gain any positive results either with what we do. Once our credibility fails, then no matter what we say later on, others will not believe in us anymore, and none of our suggestions will be accepted. Therefore, a promise is worth 1,000 pieces of gold. Once something is said, even 4 swift horses cannot retrieve it. Therefore, in conducting ourselves, we must have credibility in what we say. 4, if we do not think, we cannot achieve. If we do not think, we cannot achieve. And we all want to achieve. Therefore, you have to think. Okay? People are thinking beings. If we do not want to use our brains, okay, and are reluctant to explore the reasoning of matters, we will fail to accomplish anything in our studies or career. Buddhism teaches, enter into meditative concentration through hearing, thinking, and practicing. Moreover, major enlightenment comes from major doubt. Small enlightenment comes from small doubt. No enlightenment comes from no doubt. Okay? You have to question things. Right? You have to question. We are not stones. We are human beings with brains. Sometimes very smart brains. You need to question things. The Buddha always encouraged his students to doubt. People, you see, people think doubting is bad. No, doubt is very important. Doubt will lead you to investigate. And investigation will lead to discoveries, the answers. So doubt is very important. You must doubt and challenge things. And then you begin to research and investigate. And then findings and observations and discoveries follow. Okay? Just like this one I'm unveiling to you right now. Okay? So, major enlightenment comes from major doubt. Small enlightenment comes from small doubt. No enlightenment comes from no doubt. No doubt, no enlightenment. Okay? Therefore, whether we want to achieve something in our studies, our career, or in our cultivation, we must think well in every matter. By being able to contemplate deeply, we can appreciate the core of the problem and thereby find a way to improve and make further progress. Of course, just to add this point to it, I was watching a lecture, a 3-hour, very long lecture from the Dalai Lama this morning, and he was talking about that, just to buttress my point, just to sort of add some more weight to what I was talking about. You know, about 3 or 4 hours ago, I was doing cleaning in my place here, and the Dalai Lama, I was just watching him, and the Dalai Lama was talking. So before you start thinking, maybe I'm saying something of, no. This authority, everybody knows Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama will say, doubt. That's what the Buddha said. I'm just trying to, it's very important in one of the lectures of the Dalai Lama watching this afternoon, the Dalai Lama was emphasizing that in a 3-hour lecture he gave. He was just emphasizing the importance of doubting. So technically, I'm almost quoting the Dalai Lama, okay? Doubt, and then investigate, and then discover, okay? So you must doubt, you must question things. That Dalai Lama said in his teaching, which I was watching earlier on, comes directly from the Buddha. Okay, he was telling them, in India, I was just watching it, and he was telling them, very important. The Buddha wanted people to doubt the teachings. The Buddha didn't brainwash anybody. He wants you to use your own brain to figure things out. The Buddha wants you to think for yourself. You are thinking beings. You are not stones. You should reason for yourself. Logically reason everything for yourself. This was what the Dalai Lama was saying earlier on. Okay, so, and Master Singyung is saying it right now. This is found again in Master Singyung's collection. So when you look at the Dalai Lama and you look at Master Singyung saying the same thing, we have no question anymore as far as Buddha is concerned. These two authorities are just more than enough, okay, to establish any weighty issue like this. Okay, we're going to summarize. Master Singyung summarizes here, an important factor in deciding our success is whether our thinking is right or not. Life is an endless lesson, so we should not say no so easily. In our actions and thoughts, we should never have negative thinking and behaviors. Therefore, it is worth our while to contemplate deeply on thinking about how we can make our achievements. Thinking about how we can make our achievements, our accomplishments in life. We all want to achieve something in this world. We all want to accomplish something. So you have to know how to proceed, how to go about what you want to achieve. This is the whole point of this lesson, contemplating, your accomplishments, how you want to go about achieving what you want to achieve in life. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys to proceed to your offices, to your libraries. Okay, your personal libraries, your personal space, your studies. Okay, and then reflect and meditate on these teachings. This is the discipline the Buddha really emphasized throughout. You should reflect and meditate all the time, always. Practice meditation, reflect and meditate on wisdom, and you will be enlightened. Namo Amitofo.